you see that star, and you see Dieter Schwartz walking down it. It can only be one thing. It is the celebration of 25 years of Westside Xtreme Wrestling. And this hallmark in history may well be the catapult to the future for the catch connoisseur.
Seine Gegnerin in diesem Fight Forever Match. Diese Athletin kommt zu uns aus Hamburg, Deutschland. Körpergröße 1,63 Meter und sie bringt 64 Kilogramm auf die Waage. She is unbreakable! Stephanie Mays!
Stephanie Mays will be his challenge. The woman that is named Unbreakable, and a woman who holds records in the 25 years of wXw history. The only woman to have ever held the World Tag Team Championship. And she didn't only do it once, she did it twice. Over the last few years, one of the hallmark names when it comes to female talent here in Germany, here at wXw. And I'll tell you, anticipation in the air tonight here in Oberhausen. I'm honored and I am privileged to welcome you all to, let's say, the appetizers, to what is a full course meal here tonight in the Turbinenhalle in Oberhausen. Met Demasi here, welcoming you on Triller TV. And not only that, also giving you a little warning. You're gonna want to witness the night that we have in store. Every championship will be on the line. We will crown a new European champion. The championship that stands vacant will now find a home. Of course, as well, the Shotgun Championship will be defended in an open challenge. World Tag Team Championship as the Grind and Planet Gojira duke it out one final time. Of course, in the main event, Unified World Wrestling Championship, King Ahura, the König der Catcher, against Peter Tihanyi, the reigning champion. And almost a very quick night here for Stephanie Mays. Cover came in from Dieter Schwartz, not enough though. And kicking off the show, Dan Mallman. The crowd standing right at ringside as wXw, as the case was for wXw for so many years. A night of nostalgia, but also a night of being hopeful for the future, and especially if your name is Dieter Schwartz, who has had very good few opening minutes against Mays. Well, maybe commentator's curse. Maybe I'm speaking a little too early as Mays comes right back with a boot right to the face of Schwartz. Mays now revving up, especially for her. She's had some wins. She traded wins with Madison Marley in Hamburg, but 2025 has very much been a mixed bag for Mays. As now you see Dieter Schwartz grabbing hold. What a slap, goodness, right on her neck, the cover, and almost the victory 2 minutes in. What a statement that would have been for a man who hasn't been short on statements. We heard Dieter Schwartz and the last vlog for our Hamburg tour, and talked about what great performances he put in. Didn't get a win on that tour, as he might have almost gotten a win here. However, I will admit, Dieter Schwartz has been incredibly impressive, facing off against Leon Slater and Elia Blum, taking both men to the limit. I'll say Dieter Schwartz's his existence here at wXw has really kicked a new gear since Pro Wrestling Grand Prix. Inner Circle, of course, the first match against Lawrence Roman. He was a star-making performance, I'd say. And on the cusp of victory before Roman kneed him in the face and got the win. However, it was a tag team match alongside his trainers, Tischer and Muto, KXS, where he defeated and got the first big win that led him on that run. I'll translate that for you. Nobody likes Dieter. I'll tell you what you should like. What is coming to you here tonight in Oberhausen, Germany. Triller TV Plus is the place to go on trillertv.com and witness the 25th anniversary show from Westside Xtreme Wrestling, a night that will be full of history. And maybe the first step on a grand history here for Schwartz, but the kick out still coming in from Mays. The keyword there still, 4 minutes. Schwartz has been incredibly impressive. And I mentioned that big victory, Pro Wrestling Grand Prix, and that tag team match. Well, the person he beat, the person he pinned was Stephanie Mays. Is now the cover coming in from Schwartz for the victory. Mays still alive. You can tell Mays has been beaten and bruised thus far. However, any man that undermines Mays' toughness is a man that hasn't been paying attention. Mays as stubborn as they come. And she'll bring the fight to you, but this is something that Schwartz is very good at, manipulating the joints, managing to throw your body around, using that leverage. And Schwartz trying to grind the beating out of Mays, or grind the fight out of Mays more so. Schwartz swings, Mays ducks, finds a back suplex, and you can tell all that work that Dieter Schwartz has done onto the neck, onto that spine of Mays, clearly taking effect. But look at how red Mays' face is. Look at the rage that's beginning. Grimaces of pain, but one thing is clear. She's clenching her teeth together. She's pulling through, and with that kick, pulling on. However, the kick out still coming in from Schwartz. Mays going once again to the well. Schwartz, however, hitting the brakes. He knows he can't take another one of those. Grabs her and sends her shoulder first into that turnbuckle, or at least almost. He tried, my God, tossed her. Tossed her into the 26th anniversary. Schwartz now rushing in. Lifting Mays up. We've seen this from him before. Incredible impact as the cover comes in. The connoisseur gets the win.
Ist Sieger durch Pinfall in unserem Fight Forever Match. Aus Bautzen, Deutschland, der Catch-Kommisseur, Dieter Schwartz!
Well, very fitting on a night that I have called historic already numerous times. Dieter Schwartz gets the victory here at the 25th anniversary of Fight Forever. And I'll tell you one thing, for Schwartz, in his eyes, this is merely the beginning. He's had incredibly impressive performances, but not the results that show it. Well, here, he's just gotten it against one person. That is one hell of a name here at Westside Xtreme Wrestling.
Okay, ausverfahren. Elia Blum, davor muss ich keine Angst haben. Ich habe schon Schlimmeres durchgemacht, ich habe mich vorbereitet. Alles easy.
Alright, dude. Sit down. Sit down, listen to me. Okay? like I told you earlier, I don't need you in the main event. I can take on Ahura one-on-one, no problem. So your focus tonight is that Elia Bloom cannot be a factor in my title defense. Understood? Yes, dear. Yes. Okay. Good. Now go and get ready.
Let's go!
Die Fight Forever 25th Anniversary Edition. Leute, normalerweise haben wir für euch immer ein Fight Forever Match, aber heute haben wir 2 Fight Forever Matches für euch mitgebracht. Ich meine, die Stimmung ist ja schon ganz gut, aber Leute, lasst mich und den Livestream bitte nochmal hören, wie laut Oberhausen sein kann! Dieses Fight Forever Match ist ein ganz besonderes Match. Es ist ein Qualifier für das 16 Carat Gold 2026 1 gegen 1 festgelegt für einen Fall. Von 1,79 Meter und 92 Kilogramm Kampfgewicht aus Bremen, Deutschland. Er ist der King of Smoke Style, Bobby Guns!
Not only is it the 25th anniversary, but it's also that season of giving. 2 Fight Forever events for your pleasure. And I'll say this, we didn't skimp on the action, that much for sure. 25th anniversary show, Fight Forever. We will witness a 16 Carat Gold qualifier. Bobby Guns is going to make his way down to the ring with the goal of filling the trophy cabinet with the one trophy that is missing in his illustrious wXw career. The King of Smoke Style. In this arena that for a long time was his realm, will look to get back onto the throne in a big, big way.
Sein Gegner in diesem 16 Carat Gold Qualifying Match. Turbinenhalle Oberhausen, bitte begrüßt den Mann aus Osaka, Japan. Körpergröße 1,72 Meter und er bringt 110 Kilogramm Kampfgewicht auf die Waage. Beast Mode, Shigehiro Irie!
But for that king to realize his dream, to fulfill the legacy that is befitting of somebody like Bobby Guns, he has to slay the beast. And that is difficult because, as we always say, whenever this man enters the arena, beast mode is engaged in Oberhausen. And there we go, as would be expected. Auf die Fresse. That's what the fans here want, and that's what they're getting. A mantra that Shigehiro Irie has adopted for himself. Auf die Fresse, splash, cover, and a kick out from Guns, but I will say this, getting Guns that close to the 3 count, 37 seconds in, is an achievement. These two men are so familiar with one another as Guns pulls down Irie and goes in, looking for that kick. Irie trying to block, but instead getting kicked right in the arm. Irie's first ever match here at Westside Xtreme Wrestling was in 2018, my God! And it was against Bobby Guns. Bobby Guns went on to defend the Unified World Wrestling Championship against Irie in the US in the wXw ist Wunderbar Tour in New York. That was Bobby Guns' height of power. Bobby Guns, the longest reigning Unified World Wrestling Champion in the history of wXw. You see now those kicks onto Irie. Irie just staring. And despite the incredible career that Guns has had, Irie has it up on him. Irie is a 3-2 on Bobby Guns in singles action in the past. And one thing's for certain, Irie has achieved what Bobby Guns hasn't managed to thus far in his career. Irie, a 16 Carat Gold winner in 2023, former Unified World Wrestling Champion by his own right. As now Guns rushing in, caught by Irie, what a slam! The cover for the win! Not to be just yet, and not just for the win, but for entry into Europe's biggest wrestling festival, Europe's biggest, most prestigious wrestling tournament in 16 Carat Gold. And this is what it is, two former Unified World Wrestling Champions battling it out for an opportunity to prove they are Europe and one of the world's best by winning 16 Carat Gold. Guns delivering those kicks to that arm. Irie, say, for lack of a better word, tanking it. Irie taking those hits as Guns comes right back. You see there that hell of a headbutt! What a battering ram! And the gates are well and truly open! Guns holding on to his mouth. And with impact like that, I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of Guns' teeth are lodged into the skull of Irie. My goodness. Now you talk about 16 Carat Gold. Guns knows exactly what that trophy means for him. He's talked about it so much in the past. It's the one thing missing for him in his own career. You saw there, Irie pushed his head forwards. We know Irie has a hard head. It looks like it's so hard, it's caused damage to Guns' leg. And you hear that polarizing reaction for Guns. Long as he's been around, he's gained the respect of some fans. Well, most. See what Guns was looking for that penalty kick there. Again, Irie grabbing the leg, sweeping it. And Guns' strategy thus far has been very intelligent. He's attacked the arm of Shigehiro Irie, weakening that lariat, that beast bomber lariat that Irie uses. And I think Irie now is trying to do the same to Guns, trying to take his legs out from under him. Guns fights his way to those ropes, biting onto the ropes out of pain. And it looks like both men have come in with very intelligent strategies. Guns nullifying Irie's right arm, dampening that Beast Bomber lariat, and Irie dampening those malicious kicks of Guns. But one thing that isn't dampened, the impact on that cannonball. Irie trying to grab onto Guns, trying to get him up. Guns trying to fight back. What does Irie have in store here? Drop guns right on his head! Run on the temple to make it to 16 Carat! No, a kick out from Guns. A meager kick out, but it was enough. What a beginning to 25th anniversary. And maybe a beginning that's nearing its end. Beast Bomber. Serge Guns tried to run, but Guns is like buckled. Irie has caused enough, but Guns throwing himself up with that drop kick. Every motion, every bit of impact that Guns uses is gonna drain that leg. But is it enough? Kicks Irie out. Beast Bomber! It won't be enough. Irie picking up steam and gets the Beast Bomber. Well and truly delivered. The payload. Oh, Guns counters. Guns counters, grabs the arm. Pulling Irie's arm. That injured right arm. Almost out of the socket, and Irie taps. Guns will be at 16 Carat Gold.
Sieger durch Aufgabe und somit qualifiziert für das 16 Carat Gold 2026. The King of Smoke Style, Bobby Guns.
A sea of boos. The King of Smoke Style. His achievement. Definitely the fans are unhappy, but whether they like it or not, it will be Bobby Guns with an opportunity to solidify his legacy and to win the one thing missing in his wXw career, 16 Carat Gold. That will be the King of Smoke Style's oncoming campaign. The turn it to 16 Carat Guns. And Guns will hobble to the back, but his heart will be full.
Ist der Sieger in diesem Fight Forever Match und ein Teilnehmer vom 16 Carat Gold 2026, Bobby Guns.
Already, history has been made here tonight, but tonight will also include much more in terms of action. As we see it here in the street fight, Robin Christopher Fohrwerk will finally get the revenge that he will have deserved. Elia Bloom will hopefully tear that snot out of his face in a street fight as Bloom looks for that revenge. But not only that, it will also be the one called Manders against the Timothy Thatcher, the man who has been the last decade of wXw, the 2010s, and the man who is now taken and beloved by all the fans. There can only be one. Will it be the Cowboy, or will it be Timothy Thatcher? The wXw World Tag Team Championship will be on the line. Planet Gojira and The Grind, two teams that have been at each other's necks for months, that have caused each other misery, that have caused each other damage, and they have both decided this will be the fight to end all fights. The World Tag Team Championship on the line. And when we're talking about championship, the Unified World Wrestling Championship, Peter Tihanyi has done nothing but win. But now he faces the king. He faces the König der Catcher. He faces King Ahura on this path to taking his crown and going onto the throne. If you want to experience this, and you will want to, catch us on Triller TV Plus. Sign up now. It is a night of history you will not want to miss.
Werde jetzt Teil von wXw Now. Das ist wXw, das Epizentrum der Exzellenz, der Nährboden für wahre Größe und die aufregendste Promotion im europäischen Wrestling. Und wXw Now ist nicht nur die Heimat all der Action, sondern auch von Rivalitäten für die Ewigkeit. Sämtliche Shows sind sowohl in deutscher als auch in englischer Sprache verfügbar. Worauf wartest du? Sehe jedes Event, folge jeder Geschichte, spüre die Aufregung. Werde jetzt Teil von wXw Now.